to another video. So today I am going to be putting on my makeup. So I am starting off with this primer, and if you're wondering why it's that sort of colour, it is because it is made completely out of elf sperm, which is why it says elf on the bottle, and oh my god, that tastes horrendous. So I'm just gonna rub in this elf sperm into my face to get the moisture into my skin to make me feel so much better. Doesn't that feel nice now? So just about finished rubbing all that in, and as you can see, that has done nothing but make my skin moist. So I am now reaching down for my next product, and here we are. This is called Tarte. I don't know why anyone would put something called Tarte on your face. I think that says something about who you are. And why will this not focus? Oh, I'll just show you a different end of it. There we go. This is a lot better. Now you see nothing. See, there we go. So what this does is make it look like I've got some sort of colour in my skin. And as you can see, I like to draw a smiley face. So I'm just drawing pretty little pictures on because everybody likes to go out looking like they've got war paint on. So I think I'm going for the tribal look today, or as if some kid has drawn on me with a weird sort of felt tip. I think this is the look I was going for. This is definitely the look that I wanted. The felt tip look all over my face. That's definitely the one that I'm going for. And this is now my nipple brush. What I do is I just smash myself in the face repeatedly with it as hard as I can. If I break my nose, that is fine. That will just add a bit of definition to it. So just keep smashing myself in the face as much as possible, because then I will take this normal face that I have and make it look even paler, because that is just how I like to roll. Unless I am as white as a ghost, then I don't see the point in going out for the day. I like to look like a vampire from Twilight, where I'm just glistening in the sun, like brightly glowing away, to the fact that everyone around me is then blind. So I've just about finished punching myself in the face with this soft, soggy sponge. I'm going to poke myself in the eye with it a bit as well. Make sure that even my eyeballs are looking pale. So, yeah, just make sure that my ears are pale as well. Yeah, need to make sure that that's done all the way right in there. If it comes out with a bit of wax on it, never mind. So just have a look at the inside of my ear. You see my ear? That's my ear. You got my ear? Okay, so I think I'm just about done dabbing myself in the face. So this looks exactly like the same stuff. I think I'm adding more of the same stuff to make it look like I've got really white bags under my eyes, because you know that's exactly what I want. Massive white bags under my eyes, just to really show how tired I am from all the hours I do at work. So I want to blend in these bags. I mean, these bags look a little too heavy for me, so I'm going to make it look like my bags look a little less baggy, but I still want sacks. Not quite enough that Santa carries his toys in, but definitely big enough for me to take the rubbish out on a Wednesday before bin day. I think I've just about got my eyes painted now. My eyes are pale with massive bags underneath. So I shall move on to the other eye in a minute. Make sure that that one is fully painted white, with the massive bags again drawn in perfectly. And then I will move on to the next step. Now, the trick to doing this is not only to punch yourself in the face as hard as you can, but to also make sure that you're doing it to cause as much physical damage as possible. If you've got any piercings in, like this nose stud that I've got in, make sure you hit it so hard that it rags it out and tries to rip your nose out with it as well. That is the best way. Now, this is just a bit of powder now that my face is soggy, and for some reason I have a stupid piece of unicorn. I mean, everybody knows a unicorn is just a horse with its dick on its head, but in this case I am going to use that unicorn penis and just slap myself in the face with its bit of its tail with this powder. This powder is supposed to make it look like I've got perfect skin and a decent tan, but unfortunately it doesn't do that. If anything, it just takes the pale face that I've just drawn on back to my standard face. So I'm basically looking like my face is exactly as it was before. So some people like to add a bit of fake tan to that, and that's fine, because that means that once you've added the fake tan to it, it makes your face look like you've got a decent sort of tan to it. It doesn't do that for your hands, because you rub it on your hands and it turns your hands very much orange and you look like you've just been tangoed. But we will skip over that bit because, well, this is stuck to my face and it hurts like hell, but I'll just peel it off. If it leaves lines, it leaves lines. I'm not really bothered about that. Right, so we're moving on to the next step, and what is the next step? We'll be using this Sharpie here that isn't focusing very well, and I will take this Sharpie to marker pen in my eyebrows. So I'm just going to take this marker pen over the eyebrows, rub it right in, getting my eyebrows to look as dark and thick as physically possible. Once I've finished markering in this eyebrow, I am going to go over, finish this one off now. Make sure both eyebrows are well and truly markered up. Some people like to go with marker pen that is the squarer and the darker the better. I like to make my face look at least a little bit realistic. So now I'm going to use the other pen to go from, instead of it being like a thin felt tip, and I want to make it just look nice and thick all the way through. So the other one was more like a fine liner, this one's full blown marker. I don't know why I'm dancing with my eyebrows, it's just what I like to do in my spare time. So we're going to get some more of the Elf Semen products. Gonna use this little fan looking thing and just gonna fan the elf semen into my face. So there we go, just gonna fan it into my eyes. Don't know exactly why I'm doing this. I mean, maybe I want my face to look like I've got a shiny little elf come on my face. It's probably the best thing that I like to do. So just draw it straight under the eyes to make it look like I actually have proper cheekbones. So you're going to do this a couple of times to make sure that I've got it properly in there as much as possible. I mean, as you can see, it's not really doing anything. I mean, if anything, it's just making my face look a little bit more shinier. Of course, you've got to make sure that you get the bridge of the nose as well, to make sure you go in all of that, and need to hide my moustache and my goatee. So now I've got my moustache and my goatee well and truly hidden. Just want to make sure that I'm getting those last little bits on the edges of the goatee, getting in the edge, and of course hiding those little bits that are underneath my eyebrows to make it look less realistic and more like the eyebrow shapes rather than wild like eyebrows tend to be. Just checking it out. Yep, that looks okay. Move on to the next step. Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it. There it is. So this is some more, I'd say it's because look at the colour of it. I mean, it's very, very brown based. That's because it's made with the unicorn's ass, and I'm going to use the unicorn's tail from when I ripped his horn off, you know, that dick that was once stuck to his head, to draw in. There we go. Just all the way under there, underneath where I drew that previous line, I've now drawn in, and a bit under the chin with the unicorn ass. So making sure I've got all that unicorn ass over the majority of my face. So you want to really make sure that you've got the real shit colour going on across the majority of your face. You want it really down your nose, so you got shit on your nose, so you can get that real good smell of it. And again, across the face, you want to make sure that you're covering most of your face with this. This is so you can blend in with them when you're doing your travelling, whatever. You get attacked by a unicorn, at least if you smell like shit, they're not going to attack you. This is my theory anyway. So I'm going to get a smaller unicorn's dick and just really make sure I'm getting the detail into my nose with the unicorn's ass. So as you can see now, I've got a really thick line of poo down my nose. I'm just really getting it in the tip of my nose as well. So there we go. Now I've got a thick line of poo across there, and need to make sure I've got a thick line of poo under my neck as well. So yeah, I look totally ridiculous now. So I'm just going to punch myself in the face with this egg again. So like I said earlier on in the video, the point of this is to hit yourself as hard as possible, making sure that you're doing maximum damage. So as you can see now, as I'm punching myself in the face, I'm just blending the poo properly into my face. So I've got it across my forehead, and now my cheekbones that I've just penned in with the poo is now gone, and of course this big bit under my chin, I need to make sure that that poo gets blended in to my neck properly. So I need to give it a proper good rub, as well as the punching, to make sure that it's gone. And I think that's about it. I think it's about rubbed in now. So I'm going to just try again, because there's a few bits that I missed. So I'm going to just try and get them back in there again. Get that whole silvery look going on. Get as much into that as possible. I mean, I know I've already done this once, but once isn't always good enough. Sometimes you need to do it 2, maybe even 3 times to get that full effect going on. So moving on to the next thing. This is called Sugar Bomb. It doesn't do anything other than makes your face sparkle. So this is it here. I mean, it's got 4 different colours. So your true goal here is to make sure that you've got all of them going on, to make sure you've got like a taste the rainbow kind of effect going on. So if you can get them kind of brushed into your cheeks, all the 4 different colours at once, that is the most we are going for. I mean, I have also got other palettes where I have about 20 different colours. I call it the prostitute palette. I was looking for it then, but I couldn't seem to find it. But I'm going with this spray now to set in those Taste the Rainbow colours that I've got going on. I mean, it's not very Taste the Rainbows, it's all different colours of poo. It goes from thick and chunky to diarrhea. But now I'm sprayed in the face, that should it be completely set. And yes, this is my necklace. I hope you like this one. This is a tribute to my dog Charlie that we lost recently. Which I don't know, after I've been all this insultive about this video, I'm not sure this is the best thing to be showing, but either way, I'm going to go back to fanning my face. Why? Who knows? It's just really hot in this room, and I feel like I need to fan myself in the face. Now again, we're going back to the pens. I'm just going to draw on my face again. Draw on as much as I possibly can here. I mean, you can't really see nothing other than my other eye. But what I'm currently doing is I'm going to take this very dark black felt tip, and I'm going to draw as close to my eyeball as physically possible. If you stab yourself in the eye, I mean, that's a given bonus. It means that you're not just colouring the edge of your eyes in, you're also colouring in the white of your eyes too. I mean, the darker the better, I suppose. But there we go, you see that's the top of that eye done. Just going to draw in the bottom. I mean, some people even draw in the waterline. I mean, I don't always do that because I think it's a little bit stupid to poke yourself in all parts of the eye. I at least like to think that I've not poked myself in every different part of the eye. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I make sure that every inch of my eye is well and truly poked. So this is just about finished with the top of the other eye. Got to make sure that line is perfectly straight. I mean, if that line is not as straight as it gets, I mean, you've got to rub it out, and you've got to start this whole process again, because you can't just rub off your eyes. You've got to take the entire face off to do it. If you mess it up, you've got to start again from the very beginning. And again, with the line at the bottom, you really need to make sure that instead of covering the whole eye, you only do half. Don't know why you do half. You just need to make sure that you're doing half. And yeah, this is me putting on what is called too fat. And I mean, if you're a skinny person, I mean, you really can't be using this stuff. It doesn't work. And it's only designed for people of sizes 10 or above, because anything, you know, from above 10 is deemed fat, because this is what sort of social world we're living in today. But that's it gone on that eye. I mean, it's not really done much. All it is sticking a bit of black glue to my eyelashes. Does it achieve much? Not really. Would I achieve more with false lashes? Probably. Will those false lashes blow off? Just a bit of a fart nearby. It also probably do that too. That's why we're going with the too fat. So I've got one eye done. I just need to roll it up and down my other eye now, making sure that all parts of the eye are well and truly rubbed in. I mean, you want to make sure that you're not just getting the eyelash, but you're like rubbing the top of the eyeball as well, because you want to make sure that your eyes are really dark around the edges to really highlight the iris itself. Trying to bring out the colour. If you darken the eyeballs, that's just going to highlight it a little bit more. So just getting the bottom bit done, and then that will be it for the eyes. I mean, some people like to draw wings on. I've tried this many times and I am terrible at it. That's why I only stick to doing half a line at the very bottom. It's about as much as I can achieve. This is pretty much the epitome of drawing on eyes for me. This is, you know, as far as I can physically go. I've tried different things, never been very good at it. Looking for my next thing right now. I can't seem to find it. It's down here somewhere. Let me just show you my back wall whilst I find it. It's here somewhere. Oh no, that's my elbow. It's got to be here somewhere. Have I found it? I think I found it. Yeah, and I'm back. So this is my set of coloured pencils. I mean, you could always use crayons as well, but the wax within the crayon doesn't really work as well, so I use different coloured pencils. Now, this is one that is, again, a different colour of brown. So we're going to be drawing on my upper lip with this brown poo colour. Make sure you got a perfect shit line across the top. You want a bit of a shit line across the bottom as well, to make sure that your lips look lined perfectly in poo along with your face. So you're going for a complete finished look of elf semen and unicorn shit. This is the look of which we are going for. If you finish this and you haven't got that look, feel free to do more to get that finished cum and poo designer look, because that's essentially what this is. It's a designer look we are going for. This is what all the next top models will be doing soon. They'll be making sure you look good in your cum and poo face. So we just want to finish this off with a bit of Jeffree Star. The reason why I've chose Jeffree Star is because if anyone's face looks like they're covered in shit and cum, it would be him or her or whatever he feels like going by this week. So I'm just going to put the finishing touches on this. I know you can't see it because once again you are looking at the side of my face, but you can believe me, it is in fact done. So I'm just going to polish up the finishing touches, and then once I've put these finishing touches on with my Jeffree Star, I will back up and show you what my beautiful face looks like with all of this put together. So we're just at the end now, just lining it up, and there we are. There's my duck face. It is done. So not quite happy with that finishing touch. I'm just going to put a little bit more on just to be sure that I've covered all of it. So I think I'm there. Also, do you like the side of my face? This is the side of my face. This is my good side. Do you like my good side? You haven't seen the other side yet. The other side doesn't shine nowhere near as much. I don't have nowhere near as much of a metallic elf semen shine going on. There it is, my duck face. Like my duck face. Okay, so I'll just put that away now, and that is it done. So yeah, this was me putting on my makeup and pulling stupid funny faces video. I hope you're happy with the finishing touches. This is again me showing you all angles of my face. This is indeed what a finally finished face looks like. So that has it been for today, guys. I will see you next time. So bye.